They'll be calling you a radical. This is a very important video. This is big, big, big news. Everybody pulls back from me on a lot of subjects, and just because the softball team and the pom-pom girls have had the field since 1986, they struck out. They struck out 27 times, or they're down 104, but they refused to leave the field. The softballers, Fox, ABC, NBC, NBC, Reuters, RT, they all know it. You go to Uncut Chronicles, the second year of the Million Mass March, where all the intensity was. That's all me. That's all me through there. But the softball team, they always run to them, but they refuse to give up the field. I want to talk a lot about this. Is a big, big deal. I haven't had this shirt out for a long time. I retired it, put it in the Hall of Fame, but I brought it back out for this. Look, people pulled back when I said that the other restart up in Fukushima, Japan, probably most likely had another meltdown. The only video I've ever had that Google took down. That and the one I did about the rebels taking the one in Ukraine, where they take them all down that. But look, the restart up, and I want to talk about this. 48 reactors offline. Offline. No rolling blackouts. When they said it made up 72%, that's impossible, right? Right. They're lying. They've been lying the entire time. All they are is lies, 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 lies. It's all there to make nuclear bombs, to make nuclear waste, to sell back to you as the government and the military-industrialized complex. That's all it is. It's all lies, lies, lies. It's all nuclear lies. Nuclear lies, the documentary in India. And, you know, I want to say this, and I want to talk about this. This is a big story. Look. Oh, no. Stay there, girl. This is a big, big story. You know Joe and I've been all over this since the day it happened. When on a Friday night, when I was given 2 months to live with cancer, after I said, it's going to give you leukemia, it's going to give you leukemia, did they send me leukemia in the mail? They sent it to all of us. I was right there, in that room, right there in the corner. That's my quack D. And I was looking up here, and there says, it's over. Doctor after doctor, it's over. My activism and my literature, my art, my fight, everything as this whole Fukushima dynamic has been nothing but hope. I'm all about hope. I'm all about survival. Where they're doom and gloom, the whole Pacific Ocean's going to die, just get comfortable and die. I've never been that. I've always been about hope. So the restart up has had some kind of failure, and these guys all say, oh, you say it's about... Of course it is. When you restart up a nuclear reactor, that's when they're the most freaking dangerous. Not to mention, now as she has leaked the PhDs, and our Army's been going through it, one of our Army has found a PhD in peer review that is saying that they released nuclear radiation in the other Fukushima plant up there, which I reported that in the early days. Of course they did. There's lots of meltdowns. The whole nuclear industry is the big skull and crossbone lie, the big freaking lie. And so, as I've been fighting for the ocean, it's not going to happen, could happen, already happened. The Pacific Ocean, the Great Pacific Genocide, which I call, has been genocided. The Fukushima Gate, you know, NUKE Gate, Plume Gate, which I own Plume Gate, I owned all those domains, you know, I'm the one that started all that, you know, and so, as this goes forward, look, the marine biologists, which this is NOAA, by the way, but there's volunteers that work for NOAA, believe it or not, and NOAA refuses to freaking study the ocean. They refuse to do anything, and there's a really great photograph of me on the Pier d'Avila. That's the famous ocean photographer who took that. He drove all the way up just to meet me when I used to call it Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day before I even knew it was the Mother's Heart when the Shumash told me. That's him who took that photograph. They talk to me constantly, all these guys do. They're the ones that really, they're volunteers for love of the ocean. They're the ones that I really know the hardcore data of what's really going on the ocean. So that's how I know. And so how I know, look, this is a big, big story. They've been tagging them. You know, I was down there last year and they're all lying to me. Everything's going. And then the rescue mission, the guys are like, oh, no, they're all starving to death. So they've been out searching, trying to find one that they tagged because they fatten them back up, let them back out. Do they just go back out and die? They're searching. They need a tag. They need a tag. Boom, they found one. So this is our hope. I mean, this is so important. It's so exciting. I am so thrilled about it. I think we should name it Baby Kev. Maybe, as I was sitting there 2 months, on October 13th, gave me 2 months to live. No way should I ever lived. You know, 12 different doctors told me to go home and die at McQuack D over and over and over and over and over. I went to the bone marrow transplant, red 10. I'm alive. My activism never stopped. I think we should name it Yoko. Now here's why I should think we should name Yoko. Not Yoko Ono, but Yoko Ono. Yoko is the Japanese word for ocean child. Now, she survives her father, the shogun, the royal elite, as they cross paths. The emperor's left standing. This has never been about fear. This has never been about death. This has always been about hope. Always been about hope. Always. I've never said the Pacific Ocean was going to die all the way. Never. I've always hung on and I've fought intensely. And the rats that killed her, the rats that take all these animals out. You know how many animals have died? You know how many people Fukushima's killed millions. You don't want to hear it from me. You know, I've been saying it from day one, from incredible accuracy, as Rosemary's Baby, as I say, which was filmed at the Dakota, Rockefeller's Baby. No, it's Hamlet and Cassandra's Baby. Hamlet and Cassandra's Baby. And so, this painting, which I really love this painting, it's one of my favorites that I've ever done. I did it right after Annika died, just out of my head. I did it quickly and I just went in, you know, my model was gone. Died from leukemia, so I just, you know, so I want to say it like this. Right here, my beautiful friend Damian Lillard. Yeah, that's right. I know Damian really well. So, right there. That's Damian Lillard's house right there. That's my house right there. The window right up there. So, he played there. Nobody gave him any, nobody even knew he was here in Utah, because it was Jimmer. Here's this kid right here, nobody knows. They have another NBA first rounder. He's a great person. So, he's native in Oakland. Native, born and raised in Oakland. The Warriors native in Oakland? No. They kicked him from San Francisco over from the Philadelphia Warriors. So the All-Star game, he gets there, they won't even put him in. Just sits on the bench, sits on the bench, sits on the bench, sits on the bench. You know, they've lost 4 games all season, the Warriors. So Damian lights him up for 51 points, beats him by 40 the other night. Loved it. I loved it. No credit. No, that's who we are. So what's going on now? You got a lot of grandstanders who are writing stuff about Fukushima cover-up, about stuff, as I predicted 4 or 5 years later. Look, you know who you are. Our army is hundreds, if not thousands deep. You know we've dedicated our life. You know the blood, the sweat, the tears that we put into this. You know how we've been abused. We did it with no money and everything. Now they want to steal our work? Oh no, we are the media. Don't even fucking try it. You fucking rats try to steal our fucking work. You know, Radnet, everything. You try to National Geographic. You try to go to mid-premium and want to come back fucking now? Oh no, we will fucking stomp your fucking work down the drain. I want people to know this little CPUP is me by the sea. Sea Kevin by the sea. Yoko, and you say, well, if it's a boy, we'll name it Kevin. If it's a girl, name it... No. What did John Lennon say about Yoko? Yoko's a guy in drag. You know, so the royal elites, and you understand why I go back to that day. You know, right here, Fa McKay Brody. Why did I go back to that day? They were so afraid of him. He was coming out of hiding. He was the anti-establishment, anti-military, peace freak, blah, 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 blah. Who was Yoko? Wow, now she's the darling of New York. So it's important. This is a big, big story. I want people to know that the activists after 1986, you all know who you are, the Gundershills, the freaking Helen Caldecott, the freaking Joe and Janet and all of them, or whatever, Chris Busby, you guys need to sit the fuck down and shut up. And I'll tell you why. You can say whatever you want, you get pissed, I don't care. I don't care. Because I'll tell you what, you struck out 27 straight times. From 1986 to forward, you took the field. You guys had you've done interviews on NBC, ABC, CBS, RT, all the alternative media. You've been everywhere. The real ones, they're not about to put a real activist on there. They're not about a real one that means that makes things happen. They're not about to, because they're all on the same winning team. You struck out. You lost 104 to nothing from 1986 forward. You had the field. You had the field. You struck out and refused to leave the field. Leave the fucking field. This has all been about survivors. This has all been about this little sill, this pup. It's about hope. You think I'm just going to turn over and say, hey, oh, the whole world's coming to an end, and to my little grandchildren? Those little grandsons of mine, my 2 little freaking grandsons, 1 week apart, were born days after Fukushima. Oh no, I'm not that arrogant. My father didn't do that to me. They nuked my father. Okay? My grandparents didn't do that to me. Oh no, they had hope for me. I'm not going to just take their earth and steal it like all you baby bombers, echo bombers. I gave up on the baby bomber a long time ago, and I don't care. Because, you know, the new crowd, has been coming in, the 20-something-year-old, that's who I speak to. It's about hope. I've always been about hope. If I wasn't about hope, I'd never said the Pacific Ocean. I said it was going to genocide. Did they genocide the natives? Yeah. Are there still natives? Yeah. Horrible slaughter, the mass murder. Well, Stegner, right here. If you think the Germans invented genocide, you know nothing about the American West. And the California fake hippie crits that sit over there, this is our place, this is our place. No, it's not. What, because your father migrated from Michigan or freaking Iowa or Pennsylvania, and you come in there and says, oh, catch a good vibe, bro. Right on, well, I'm No, you're not California. Look it up. Old Town, Abe Hunsaker the first. That's mine. That's me. That's me, Old Town San Diego. The guy who protected the indigenous 29 tribes. The 29 tribes, that's theirs. That's theirs. What did you guys do? You cut down all the sequoias. You took Fifi and Fufu and chased the sea turtles off. Oh, we're hippie crits in silico sandals and things. No, you're not. You're phony fraud pieces of shit. All of you. You know, sending off, you just sit there and further, and you wear your Tim Cook uniform and says, oh, let's form another public commission. You know, oh, hi, let's hold hands and kumbaya. Why they poisoned Southern California with San Onofre for 40 years. What are you going to do? Sit back and wait till the Apple Canyon goes and it's all over? Is that what you're going to do? That's exactly what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do, you hippie crits. I'm fucking tired of it. I don't care who gets pissy. I'm fighting for the youth. Fuck the baby bombers. Fuck the Ecobot. Fuck all these people that pulled that. Now, Army that supported me, and we know who we are. I'm not speaking to you. We know who we are, but we're small. So Damien lights him up because he's native. He's native Oakland. You fucking phony fight, because that's what we do. You want to steal all our thunder? You want to steal our credit? You want to steal our talent? You want to steal our hard work? Go ahead. Go ahead. Try it. Try it. So I say we name this little baby pup Yoko. Or Kev, you guys decide. The real Yoko is the Japanese word for child of the ocean. And I'm not talking Ono, but I'm talking Ono. Oh no, Yoko, oh no. The red sun. Where'd you sleep last night, Kev? I slept in the dead fucking pines where the sun from Fukushima, Japan always fucking shines. Where'd you sleep last night, Kev? That's where I slept. So this is about hope, and you guys can pull back and you can go crazy on it, you fake fucking phony hypocrite softball fucking. The softball team and the panty painters need to sit the fuck down. They did the same thing to fucking Michelangelo for all those years. Da Vinci's baby, Rockefeller's baby, Roosevelt's baby, Rosemary's baby. No. Hamlet and Cassandra's baby. Oh yeah, there's a fucking, you know, we fight on. Don't you try stealing our work, you know, our thing. Right there. On a Friday night, in that room, I looked up here. I was so surreal, it was over. It was fucking over. It was over. But I held on and I fought, because I knew the nuclear lies. I knew those nuclear lies. She's not going to stay, is she? I knew those nuclear lies. So again, it's not the painting of the soup can, it's the idea to paint the soup can. But then you have to paint the fucking soup can. I painted the fucking soup can. This is my, if I would have accepted that thesis, the whole world's in and I'm just going to go relax, fuck part of it, I'd be dead. I love life. I love my grandchildren. I love my children. I love everybody's grandchildren. I love the children of the world. Yoko. Ocean child. This little pup gives me fucking, wow. They only found one. They only found one, by the way. You know, so it's a big story. There's another meltdown probably going on in Japan. There's lots of meltdowns and you're all in denial about it, and then you all pull back from me. You know, everybody pulls back from Kev because he tells it like it is. You can't handle it. And to the softball team, you fucking struck out a long time ago. You just refuse to fucking leave the field. You are the problem. You do understand you are the problem. You know, you go on RT. Oh, the ocean's a big place. It'll do it. I'm Chris Busby. Oh, fucking Armand Garcia. Blow the whole Newcastle, dude. Blue Castle. When Kevin's got Blue Castle, Google Blue Castle. You get him in a fucking, you know, bone marrow transplant unit. You don't think this is all the way? I watched my father die. I watched Annika. I almost died. I was in a bone marrow transplant for 3 fucking years. Acutely. You know, should have never came out. Just like this pup. LDSE state did to me what the pup, they got me better, and then released me back into the wild, into the California coast. I walked the entire coast, into the streets of New York City, into fucking Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Megan Rice protecting all of you, in Vienna, at the UN, almost arrested, going at it, on the train with the Syrian dissidents in fucking Budapest, you know, and they left me into the wild. see if I'd survive after they got me strong again. I think the whole name, but I'm like this little seal. Baby calf. Yoko. It's a big story. Stand tuned. It's about survival and hope, not death. I'm alive and I want you children to live. We're going to survive. Stand tuned.